All right, good evening, good people. Glad you're here with me tonight for an all new live nightly digital show. Tonight, definitely got some great topics for you. First, we're remembering the life and career of Carl Weathers. Also, Swift, Kelsey in the Super Bowl is driving the right wing super crazy as we're 6 days away from Super Bowl 58 in Vegas between the Chiefs and the 49ers. Plus, I'm going to discuss LeBron's message for younger players and more. Here tonight on Talking and Grubman, live nightly digital show, which kicks off right here and right now. Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to a brand new Talking and Grubbing live nightly digital show. How's everybody doing on this Monday? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. Hope everybody had a safe and blessed weekend. The Super Bowl is 6 days away as the 49ers and Chiefs get it on in Las Vegas. That should be a fun matchup. Definitely can't wait to see it, and I will be live streaming right here on this platform Sunday afternoon starting at 4:30. So make sure you join me there. And I appreciate all you tuning in, whether you tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. I appreciate y'all just taking time out your night just to hang out with me for a while. All right. Definitely have some sad news to report. Over the weekend, former NFL player turned actor Carl Weathers passed away at the age of 76. Now, we all know Carl Weathers for his role as the charismatic, flamboyant, larger-than-life character Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies that with Sylvester Stallone, can't talk. Where he played the character from 1976 all the way to 1995 when his character was killed off in Rocky IV in the now infamous classic scene where he dies in the ring at the hands of Ivan Drago, which is played by Dolph Lundgren. But he also did other things besides Rocky. He was in the cult action movie classic Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bill Duke, and former wrestler Jesse Ventura. He was also in one of my favorite movies, Action Jackson, with Craig T. Nelson, Sharon Stone, and the late Vanity, aka Denise Matthews. And he also was in Happy Gilmore with Adam Sandler. Now, for those of you who don't know, Carl Weathers was a linebacker. He played for the Oakland Raiders for a year. And then he retired in 1974 to pursue a career in acting. Now, he did minor roles on TV shows such as Good Times. Then his big break came when he auditioned for Rocky with Sylvester Stallone. And he shared the story on his audition, how Carl Weathers just came in with this confidence, and he was even trash talking Sylvester Stallone at the audition, not knowing that he was going to be Rocky. He told the director and producers, hey, can you give me a real actor? And they told him, no, this is him. This is the guy that's playing Rocky. So he definitely was Apollo Creed, from the start. And Sylvester Stallone was so convinced by his performance and as well as his athleticism and boxing skills, he just told him, hey, hire him. And like they say, the rest is history. And also recently, Weathers had a role as Grand Carga in the hit Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, which is in the Star Wars universe. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. And also, Carl Weathers, a lot of people don't know this, did some voice work as well, as he provided the voice for Combat Carl in Toy Story 4. But Carl Weathers is survived by his two sons, and also a lot of his co-stars left a touching tribute on their social media platforms. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull it up now. Okay. My apologies, good people. Had a little technical difficulty. Now, a few of his former co-stars paid tribute to him on their social media pages, starting with Arnold Schwarzenegger, who he worked with on Predator. And this is from Arnold's Twitter page. Carl Weathers will always be a legend and an extraordinary athlete, a fantastic actor, a great person. We couldn't have made Predator without him, and we certainly wouldn't have had such a wonderful time making it. Now, Jesse Ventura, his other co-star from Predator, he put out a tweet paying tribute to Carl Weathers as well. Definitely. And this is what Jesse Ventura tweeted. We lost an icon. Carl Weathers was a phenomenal talent, a true professional, a dear friend. All my sympathies and love to his family. I loved working with him on Predator and then celebrating that film with him at various conventions in the ensuing years. Thank you, Carl. Adam Sandler, who he worked with on Happy Gilmore, also tweeted a true great man, great dad, great actor, great athlete, so much fun to be around, always smart as hell, loyal as hell, funny as hell, loved his sons more than anything. What a guy. Everyone loved him. My wife and I had the best times with him every time we saw him. Love to his entire family, and Carl will always be known as a true legend. All right. Also, there's a couple more. Well, okay. Also, Mr. T put out a tweet, and he posted a picture of Carl Weathers, and Sylvester Stallone. This looks like maybe at the Rocky 3 premiere, and he said, "Great times, my brother. Life and legacy. Hashtag Carl Weathers. Hashtag rest in peace. Hashtag Rocky. Hashtag Apollo Creed. Hashtag legend." And also, former NFL player turned analyst Robert Griffin III put out a tweet paying his respects to Carl Weathers. And here's what he said. Carl Weathers has passed away at the age of 76. There is no Rocky without Apollo Creed, and we were lucky that Carl brought him to life. RIP to a legend. All right, so now I'm about to share the tribute from Sylvester Stallone that he posted on his social media page. This is from his Instagram, where he was saying this right behind the painting from Rocky 3 as they started out their little sparring session at the end of Rocky 3. Let me get the video up. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, so here's the tribute from Stallone.
Hello, everyone. Today is an incredibly sad day for me. I mean, I'm so torn up, I can't even tell you. I'm just trying to hold it in because Carl Weathers was such an integral part of my life, my success, everything about it. I give him incredible credit and kudos because when he walked into that room and I saw him for the first time, I saw greatness, but I didn't realize how great. I never could have accomplished what we did with Rocky without him. He was absolutely brilliant. His voice, his size, his power, his athletic ability, but more importantly, his heart, his soul. It's it's a horrible loss. And I'm standing here in front of this painting because it was probably the last moment we were ever in the ring together, and I'll never forget it. He was magic. And I was so fortunate to be part of his life. So, Apollo, keep punching.
All right, so that's the video tribute from Sylvester Stallone on Carl Weathers. But definitely, Carl Weathers was definitely a great actor. He definitely did his thing as Apollo Creed, as we all know, in the Rocky movies. Matter of fact, I always look at those Rocky movies and felt like no one else could have pulled that off better than him. Man, he had the build, the athletic ability, the performance, the cadence, the swag. He just had it all down. You know, it was like no one else could pull that off better than he could. He just had it just there with him. Despite the fact that, yeah, he may not have been in the NFL long, but he walked in. He As soon as you see him on that screen, he was a superstar. He was a superstar. When he played Apollo Creed, and then of course he went on to do Predator. But then Action Jackson, he showed that he could kick ass as a leading man. I mean, he was a hero. Taking down the bad guys, getting the girl. You know, good versus evil, and and you could definitely tell that he had all the qualities to play that character. Not only he could just kick ass, but he was also intelligent too. Don't forget that he definitely was an intelligent cop as well. He wasn't just a character, and I don't think no one could have brought that type of intelligence and integrity to that role better than Carl Weathers. And he also showed how hilarious he was in Happy Gilmore, especially when Adam Sandler pulled his hand out. And unfortunately, when he saw that hand, that led to his character's demise in that movie. But definitely a tremendous actor. He definitely lit it up on screen, and he'll definitely be missed. My condolences go out to his family, friends, and colleagues. Rest in peace. All right, good people. I'm going to take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back, so don't go away. Up next, I'm going to get into how Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, and the Super Bowl are driving the right wing and MAGA straight super crazy. If you're looking for a sports book that offers you multiple betting opportunities, BetUS is the one for you. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary as America's favorite sports book. They offer sports book, live betting, race book, and a lot more. Also, to celebrate their 30th anniversary, they're offering you 30 risk-free bets. Sign up with my link right now, and after you put down your first deposit, you'll get a 125% sign-up bonus. Just type in the promo code JOIN125. You'll have multiple opportunities to bet, more chances to win, and you get fair payouts with your winnings. BetUS, where the game begins. All right, I'm back, good people. My apologies for the delay. Now, the next story I want to get into, we all know the Super Bowl is next week, and we all know Travis Kelce, the superstar tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, and pop superstar Taylor Swift, who just won a few Grammys last night, are definitely the hottest couple in Hollywood, if not one of the hottest couples. We all know that Taylor Swift has been at Chiefs games all season, and more than likely, she's going to be at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas this upcoming Sunday as her tour in Tokyo wraps up. But the right wing has been gone very crazy about their relationship. You know, networks such as Fox News and OAN, they have definitely gone in, whether it's on her or him, and definitely their relationship. They feel that this is some big conspiracy theory to get President Joe Biden reelected by having them on TV and having the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, let me show you some clips from some of these from these commentators. I don't call them reporters because they never research anything or report anything. And remember, fair use. This is fair use, good people. So let me give you a few clips. This is from Jesse Waters of Fox News.
Taylor Swift might be the most famous pop star in the world. Right now, you can't go anywhere without seeing her face. Billion-dollar concert tour, Time mag covers, and of course, every single Chiefs game. Turns out a relationship with Travis Kelce is quite popular, generating an extra $330 million for the Chiefs and the league this season. Swifties are a massive and emotional demographic. If Taylor likes something, they love it. Now, the women who run the Biden campaign want to set the big guy up. The most unpopular president of all time wants to have a relationship with Taylor Swift. The New York Times says the centerpiece of the Biden re-election strategy is begging Taylor Swift for an endorsement. Quote, fundraising appeals from Miss Swift could be worth millions of dollars for Mr. Biden. One idea that has been tossed around a bit in jest, sending the president to a stop on Miss Swift's Eras Tour. Biden won't go to East Palestine, but he'll go on tour with Taylor Swift.
There are a lot of, I know in my shop, in the press office shop, there are a lot of Swifties, if you will, fans of Taylor Swift. And so I'm just going to leave it there.
Binder says the White House is packed with Swifties. Now, to prime time, this feels a little bit like an arranged marriage. Biden doesn't even know who Taylor Swift is.
Liberty and Bell had to beat some tough odds. You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now.
Taylor, Britney, Beyonce, Dylan, same thing. Dark Brandon doesn't get bogged down on details. He can't name a Taylor Swift song. Taylor Swift can't name a Biden policy. This relationship was engineered in a lab. And Taylor's boyfriend sponsored by Pfizer. It is a match made in corporate heaven. Could you imagine if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl? Ben Bankus, comedian and host of the Bankus Show podcast, joins me now. Ben.
Okay, that's enough from Jesse Waters. Now, look, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan, and I'm not a Swiftie at all. I mean, for those of you who love her music and support her wholeheartedly, more power to you. But this is the most asinine thing I have ever heard leading up to a Super Bowl. I never remember hearing this from in any other Super Bowl as long as I care to remember. Like, so this is just a big corporate matchup just so a political campaign can be swayed in one direction. Like, come on. I'm like, Jesse, haven't y'all learned enough over at Fox News? Y'all just paid out billions of dollars for defamation and lying last year. And Jesse's not no political expert. Dude, I did some research. You were a PA at Fox News. You were just a gopher for Bill O'Reilly. You were getting him coffee and falafels. We found out later what he was really wanting to do with those falafels. And we all know he didn't want to eat those falafels. He wanted to use them on a certain somebody. But we won't go there. And also, you talk about Biden didn't visit East Palestine. Guess what? I'm in Ohio, Jesse. I didn't see you in East Palestine either. I didn't see you doing a show from there. I didn't see you talking to those people in East Palestine. So guess what? You don't give a shit about East Palestine either. You just care about them. Some of those folks just watching your show every night. So please dismiss me with the doggone moral high ground. We are the world crap. Because you don't think we are the world. You think we're just one thing. But no, we're two different things. But that's a different conversation for another time. Excuse me. And also, if Travis Kelce wants to be the spokesperson for Pfizer, fine. That's his business. That's not mine. That's not yours. It's his right. You don't have to get the jab if you don't want to. If you want to get it, get it. If you don't, you don't. But this is just the most dumbest shit I've ever heard of from anybody, from any news station, network. Well, I don't call them news because they're not really news. It's just a bunch of people with opinions, especially from people who never held a political office in their lifetime. But it's just crazy. It's ridiculous. Like, come on. Like, what has to be gained from anybody from Rick, rigging a Super Bowl? Hell, we can say a lot of Super Bowls were rigged, especially for those for the Patriots. A lot of people felt those were rigged, but we ain't gonna go there. All right, here's another clip from Allison Steinberg of the OAN. OAN. That's One American News Network, which is to me another Fox News, and she had her comments on Taylor Swift. Here's a clip from her.
Well, yeah, Soros might own her music, but the devil surely owns her soul. We all know Taylor Swift openly perpetuates all the mainstream liberal talking points. She's very pro-LGBT. She supports abortion. She condemned white supremacy during the BLM riots of 2020. She despises Trump. And now look, the mainstream media is massively pushing the pop star to continue furthering their agenda. She suddenly becomes political, and now she's plastered all over magazines, airports, the NFL, and now even the Super Bowl. It's just 24/7 nauseating coverage. And we're supposed to pretend we don't see the psyop? Look, we all know what's happening with Taylor Swift is not organic and it's not natural. It's a coordinated marketing campaign by Democrats to leverage celebrities to excite their base into coming out and voting. They know Joe Biden is incapable of doing that. So instead, they have to use their Hollywood puppets to propagate a narrative that'll influence the absent-minded masses.
All right, that's enough for her because her voice is starting to get on my nerves and she's just straight up irritating. I feel sorry for her husband. Had to hear that voice 24/7, 365 at home. Now, Allison Steinberg can't talk about nobody being organic. Look at your face. They did. Who's your makeup people over there at OAN? Whoever's your makeup people, they need to be fired because they made you look hideous on there with all that makeup. I mean, come on, that looks like makeup that look like they use the makeup on the folks at the funeral home who are no longer here. And also, it definitely looked like you didn't have some plastic surgery, baby. So I don't think you want to talk about anybody being organic. Now you talking about them influencing this election for Biden, but it seems like y'all trying to scare people into voting for Trump. What's the difference? Like I said, I ain't no Swiftie or no Taylor Swift fan, but damn, this is just ridiculous. It's like, come on, have we lost all sense of logic and reality? Are we that damn blind? Are we that damn much into our feelings that we can't just have any logic or any common sense? But I guess as the old saying goes, common sense ain't so common. Like, okay, fine. She's one of the world's biggest pop stars. Of course, you're gonna see her all the time. It's no different than when Michael Jackson was popular back in the 80s, or a group like Nirvana had their popularity in the 90s before Kurt Cobain tragically ended up taking his own life. That's just how it is with major pop stars. I mean, sticking to the 90s. Look at all the boy bands that were out at the time. Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. They were the hottest stars at that time. Of course, you're going to see them plastered all over TV, magazines, newspapers, because people want to keep on seeing them, excuse me. And that's the same with Taylor Swift here. People want to keep on seeing her. And now, just her being with Travis Kelce is a bonus, because he's on one of the most, hottest teams in the NFL, where they're already a ratings draw. Look at all the ratings for Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football. And that was long before he ended up getting with Taylor Swift. So, of course, it's going to be, they're going to be plastered all over the TV. Now, hey, I get that maybe some people may not like it, but that's just the way it is. And also, I don't really care if they show shots of her, because I'm there to see a game. Okay, they only showing Taylor Swift for no more than 15 seconds, and that's it. You still get to see the game. It's not like they're just showing Taylor Swift all up in the suite that she's sitting in. And of course, they're gonna show a shot of her because she's a celebrity. Just like this upcoming Super Bowl is in Vegas. You're gonna have a whole bunch of celebrities there. So you're going to be seeing a whole lot of shots of celebrities there, whether you like it or not. Now, here's one more comment from Fox News commentator Janine Pirro. And here's what she had to say. Fair use.
But does it help or hurt her more?
Well, that's the first issue that I came up with myself. Why would someone as popular as she is alienate? And I'm not saying it's going to be people are going to hate her, but why alienate your fans? The Swifties, they come across from every political ideology. Why put yourself in one area? And then the other mistake is that Biden is assuming that if she gets involved in this election, and she did support Joe Biden in 2020, so it's not unusual for her to get involved in politics. And you're right with the Marsha Blackburn kicked that guy's butt. But again, that's Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And, but with the young vote, a new poll shows that 18% of voters are more likely to back a Taylor Swift endorsed candidate. But listen to this. 17% are less likely to vote for someone she chooses. So they cancel each other out.
Yeah.
So don't get involved. Don't get involved in politics. We don't want to see you there.
Okay. Now, it's okay. Okay, now if you telling somebody not to get involved in politics, well then, Janine, you need to tell Kid Rock and Ted Nugent not to get involved in politics either. Because what are they? Musicians. Even though they haven't had a hit since God knows when. But you're not telling them not to get involved in politics. All right, because they endorse the same candidate you endorse. They have the same beliefs you believe. I mean, look, I'm not that's not my job to sit and tell somebody that they shouldn't say nothing, because hey, they got a right to have their politics just like anybody else. I don't care who you endorse. If you endorse Trump, that's your business. If you endorse Biden, that's your business. If you don't care for neither one of them, that's your business. I'll never sit and tell somebody, especially who's supposed to be a fellow citizen of my country, not to get involved in politics, because guess what? Nobody, I don't care who you are, no, none of us really know a damn thing about politics, fully know anything about politics or policy, no matter what we do, rich or poor. And look, if she endorses Biden, that's her business. If she wants to tell people to go out and vote, that's her business. And also, you shouldn't be telling nobody anything because you were sitting live on the air drunk on your own doggone show. So before you tell anybody to get involved in something, maybe you need to get involved with AA first before you tell somebody what they can and can't get involved in. All right, good people. That's enough of that. I'm going to take another time out. I'll be right back, so don't go away. All right, I'm back, good people. Wanted to give a shout out to my guy Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Thanks for coming. All right, this last story I wanted to touch on. Recently, Lakers superstar LeBron James gave his advice on what younger players need to do that are coming up in the NBA as far as their finances, so they won't end up losing it all. And here's what LeBron had to say here. And I quote, "The cars, the jewelry, and all that other dumb shit don't matter. It means absolutely nothing. I see a lot of these young kids get so unfocused about stuff that is so material, they can lose their focus, worry about the game, and everything will take care of itself." Now, there were some people that gave LeBron some pushback saying, well, that's easy for him to say, he's a billionaire. But a lot of people, whether they were fans of him or not, they actually agreed with him about what he said. Now, the ones who's being critical, guess what? He didn't always have that. That man grew up poor. So he knows what it's like to grow up poor and finally make it and get rich. All he was trying to do is just advise these players not to mess up their money and just go out, just going buck wild, because hey, I know that he messed up his money along the way and he had to learn from that. So basically he's just trying to pass his experience and wisdom on to these other young players that are coming up in the NBA now. And look, the ones who sit up getting mad at them, guess what? We've clowned these players, over these last few years for blowing their money on stupid things and women. We've clowned Zion Williamson for, messing around with porn stars, getting them pregnant. We definitely went in on Ben Simmons for being more focused on Instagram instead of working on his game to become a better player and becoming the best player he could be. And we definitely went in on Jordan Poole when he spent over $200K on a date with Ice Spice the year before last. So I definitely get where he's coming from. He's basically saying, look, yes, you got this money. I know you're going to splurge a little bit, but don't be stupid to it gets to the point where you look up, say, whenever your career ends, you're broke and you don't have anything to show for it, or you don't have anything stashed for a rainy day, or you don't have any investments that you can grow your money. Now, are all of them going to be billionaires like LeBron? Probably not, but that doesn't mean that they can't be financially stable to where they can at least where they can take care of themselves and or their families. So if I was an NBA player, I would definitely take my advice from somebody like LeBron or KD, Steph. Excuse me. I would definitely take my advice from those guys on how to grow my money, what I need to do. So, some people are so invested in their hate for LeBron that they can't, definitely can't give him credit for when he's definitely saying something that makes sense. And what he said in that statement was definitely the truth, because, it don't having all that jewelry and all those cars don't really mean anything at the end of the day, because excuse me, that stuff depreciates. It never appreciates. We all know once you drive a car off the lot, it loses its value right away. So all LeBron was just trying to do is just give these guys some wisdom and some game on how to manage their money. Also, definitely make sure you spend it within your means, and make sure you have enough at the end of the day to take care of yourself and your family, because you never know when your career is going to end. All right, good people. I got to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all taking time out your day and night to hang out with me. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock with another live nightly digital show. So until then, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. Salute. Y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy your day. I'm out. See y'all tomorrow.